And I would always go from the point of view, if I was a student, how would I want to be taught? And in the yin yang circle, really, you can start with the hard arts, you can start with the soft arts, you can start in the middle. Eventually, if you keep training long enough, they'll eventually all kind of color in, kind of like Bruce Lee would talk about in his Jeet Kune Do philosophies. But in that whole process, I was always trying to break things down to their fundamentals because there's so much confusion in language between the arts coming from China, Japan, the Philippines. The English language is very abstract. So I was trying to condense those down. And so I ran across Sun Tzu's Art of War. And I condensed all of that into basically the get it concept: know yourself, know your opponent, which is the 5 fundamentals from the Art of War. And everything in the whole program fits with that. So you can start with a person coming in and saying, well, what's your goal? What do you want to achieve? And again, I also studied neuro-linguistic programming, took some extensive course training in that. And so it all kind of flows into that big circle of creating what I teach today, which is really a very complete art, but it has lots of different compartments to it.
Yeah, you've been building this curriculum from so many sources for so long.
And continuing to study philosophy and physics and science and, right brain, left brain, neuroscience, neuroplasticity, all of those elements too. So like I said, I'm really a professional student that's constantly integrating, which is why I call it the Get It Integrative Arts.
Yeah. I've got one more about the story. And that is, so at some point you had a large successful martial arts school and you closed that down and you started teaching school. Tell us a little bit about that transition.